The Wicked Pastor. In a small village nestled between rolling hills, there was a pastor named Reverend Caleb. To the outside world, he was a man of great faith, a pillar of the community who preached love, kindness, and the word of God. He had the silver tongue of a seasoned orator, and his voice carried over the pews like a gentle breeze. People came from far and wide to hear him speak, and they left feeling uplifted, their hearts filled with peace. But behind the pulpit, Reverend Caleb was a man of shadows, a serpent cloaked in the robes of righteousness. Each Sunday, as the congregation sang hymns and bowed their heads in prayer, Caleb watched them from the corner of his eye, calculating. He was not moved by their faith. He was moved by their vulnerability. He knew the desperate hearts that filled the pews, those struggling with illness, with poverty, with grief, and he used their suffering to his advantage. He preached about the importance of tithing, urging his flock to sow seeds of faith by giving generously to the church. The Lord rewards those who give, he would say, his eyes gleaming as he scanned the room. In times of trial, your faith will be tested, but those who give will find their burdens lifted. And so they gave. The widow, who had nothing left but her pension, gave. The young mother, who had to feed her children, gave. The elderly man, who lived on a fixed income, gave. Each donation was an act of love, of trust, but also an act of desperation. But Caleb wasn't just after their money. He had an even darker ambition: control. He used his position to manipulate the most vulnerable of his flock, offering promises of divine healing for their ailments, of protection from misfortune. In exchange, he demanded more than money. He demanded loyalty. To truly follow the Lord, he would say, you must surrender all to him, and to me as his servant. It wasn't long before whispers began to spread. A few began to question Caleb's true motives, but they were silenced quickly. He had friends in high places, and anyone who spoke out against him was met with accusations of blasphemy. Soon, the fear of crossing him became so great that no one dared to speak. One day, a young woman named Emily arrived in the village. She had heard about Caleb's miracles, his supposed ability to cure the sick and save souls. Desperate for help, Emily approached the pastor after a service. Her father had been bedridden for months, slowly dying of an unknown illness. I'll help you, Caleb said with a smile that didn't reach his eyes. But first you must show your faith. A gift to the church, a small offering, will prove your commitment to the Lord's will. Emily hesitated,